Chapter VE. Marriage preparation. It was a common practice for couples who were to be married to be re-baptized before participating in the wedding ceremony. This was done in both monogamous and plural marriages. Since the marriage ceremony was one of the most solemn and sacred ordinances, it was to be entered into with a clean soul. Men and women entered into eternal covenants and began a new and more responsible way of life. Re-baptism was a principle advocated for the purpose of helping couples begin this sacred step with the best possible assurance that it would be successful. How blessed were couples about to be married to be re-baptized for the remission of sins. They could then, with a clear conscience, walk in whitened purity to enter the most sacred of buildings and ordinances of God, the beginning of their journey together for eternity. Edward Wood, who became president of the Cardston Temple, took his bride-to-be, and they were both re-baptized before the wedding. To show their willingness to serve the Lord and to rededicate their lives for his service, they were re-baptized in the tabernacle font. Journal of Edward Wood, August 30, 1892. Another journal mentions this usual rule of re-baptism before entering into marriage. September 17, 1886. As it was customary to get baptized to prepare for my temple rite ordinances before going to the temple, so as to be free from all evil and wrong, I arranged with Brother Leatham, who has charge of baptisms on the temple block, to be baptized. I had already made arrangements to get Ida's recommend to be baptized, and at 2 p.m. I took Ida to the old endowment house, and after a word of prayer and a few remarks by Brother Leatham, he baptized us and confirmed us for the renewal of our covenants. Diary of John M. Whitaker, Book 3, page 16. Undoubtedly George and Alice Richards would never forget the re-baptism they had at the time they were married. Their re-baptism would probably be more clearly remembered than the marriage ceremony. They were married March 9, 1882, in the endowment house in Salt Lake City, with the groom's father performing the ceremony. He gave the bride a $5 gold piece and said he hoped Alice would make George a good wife. It was customary in those days to be re-baptized before being married. This young couple adhered to that practice, though 1 foot of ice in Big Creek had to be broken in order to do so. Life of George F. Richards, page 8. Thus the principle of re-baptism was closely associated with other sacred ordinances of the gospel, such as marriage and the united order. By renewing covenants, having sins remitted, and starting afresh with new determination to keep God's commandments, men and women found re-baptism a beautiful and rewarding experience in the gospel plan. Picture. The Nauvoo Temple. Some of the early and unusual re-baptisms occurred in the Nauvoo Temple when saints were re-baptized for health purposes.